whiskey marathon thus far, but we're progressing to nearing to the end of it. No one's listening.
I'll listen.
My man. Hey, g'day guys, we're just going to be throwing up the last demonstration, and today we're going to be showcasing Ryan Lane, the infamous Ryan Lane, beauty manager for the two-time bar winner of Best Bar in Australia of the year. Yeah, twice, not once, but twice. And what happens? Just had a complete meeting blank for a second. So Ryan's going to be talking about his love for American whiskey. He's an absolute industry legend, and there's nothing, oh mate, really, up there. So we'll pass away to Ryan.
Thanks very much for coming along. Can you guys hear me alright? Yeah. Sounds good, Australia, because I can't really talk. Firstly, can we give a big round of applause to the boys who presented before me? And I do apologise, I am nowhere near as prepared as they are. So I'm kind of winging this. But hopefully you'll pick up what I'm trying to put in. I thought I would come up here. Actually, can we give the guys from Proof a big round of applause as well? They put together a fantastic event. You know, it's like in trying to have a training session every day on a Monday and nobody turns up because everyone's coming over from Sunday night. So to see all of you guys here is absolutely fantastic. Today I am not going to shove brands down your throat. Much. What I'd like to talk to you about is my love of American whiskey. Obviously we all know that American whiskey for a very long time in Australia has had a bit of a bad name. It's kind of been the bogan's drink of choice. Kind of ironic that I'm standing up here in front of you now. But that's okay, I embrace it. My love of American whiskey really started about 25 years ago. For any licensing or policing around, that's 20 years ago. It was known very much as the North Queensland bogan drink, Jim Beam White in a can, and I still do them, I still love them. Don't hold that against me, everyone has a guilty pleasure. Nowadays we see that American whiskey is actually taking on Scottish whiskey in terms of prestige and flavour and all that sort of thing. But the real reason why I like American whiskey over Scottish whiskey, and I'm not saying that one is better than the other, it's obviously personal preference. I really prefer American whiskey due to its honesty. I think it has. I think we all know if we stick a bunch of Scottish whiskey drinkers in a room, they're going to sit around and talk about 14-year-old leather boot found at the bottom of a swamp, waving around my head's 3 times, and that's what it tastes like. Whereas American whiskey, I think, even the connoisseurs just go, damn, that's good, and they enjoy it. They pull things apart less. Sorry. So at the same time, I'm going to be making, and I'm still shaped to this day, I really apologise for that. I'll be making an old-fashioned for you now. I already had some simple syrup in there, just to cheat a little bit. Sorry, can I get some bitters? Jess? Some extra bitters, please. Sorry about that. Now, if we go back to when I started liking American whiskey, we kind of really only had a few brands. Got the boys from Jack Daniels up the back, long-time favourite of mine. Obviously, a lot of brands have been around for a long time. Jim Beam, CCA's over here somewhere, Gary, hi. I mean, doing great, thanks. Good job. Nowadays, we see a lot more brands, and especially when it comes to American whiskey, hitting Australian shores. Georgia, make sure you guys get around and see Georgia. She's got some fantastic products as well. Oh, thank you, Jesse. So for me as an American whiskey lover, my favourite drink is an old fashioned. When it's not just thrown down my throat, which I normally do, because I believe I bleed whiskey. So we're just going to make, and this is, obviously you guys know the success of... How much people enjoy old fashions these days, and I really believe that if it comes to a whiskey cocktail, it's the best way of enjoying said whiskey. Very, very simple. Everyone's made one in the room, hands up if you haven't. There you go. I mean, I don't really need to tell you about it. Continuing on my love of American whiskey, I'm not sure whether some of you may or may not know, but I kind of took it a little bit too far recently and convinced my now wife to get married on the front lawn of Buffalo Trace Distillery, which is a bloody fantastic distillery. It's only been a few months, don't clap yet. We'll see how we go. It's early days. If you guys want to know any kind of in-depth stuff about Buffalo Trace, come and grab me afterwards. I've got a ton of photos and I can show you all the ins and outs and the behind-the-scenes stuff. But at the end of the day, it's really about you guys coming in and enjoying whiskey. The beauty of the old-fashioned, I can kind of just stand here and talk shit and it'll do its thing. You know, it's a great drink for service that you can pour it away, and I can be talking to Alex as if he's a customer for a while, and it'll kind of become magical by the end of it, hopefully. Let me just check my notes here. Sorry, I did have a little bit more. Oh, no, that's pretty much it, guys. So, like I said, I wasn't super prepared for this, but you know, these days I think American whiskey is really gaining a lot more traction, and there's those of us in the room that really do love it as a category unto itself. So, I mean, if you're not an American whiskey drinker, definitely get around today and try some of the stuff they've got here. You will not be disappointed. And let's see if we can fit this in. And a cheeky little orange twist on top. There we go. The last thing I'm going to say is we're very lucky these days that Australia's getting a lot more American whiskey brands, as I said previously. So my only suggestion is not to go talk to the South Trade guys and ask for any Pappy Van Winkle, because they'll get rather grumpy about it, I think.
Because you buy them all the time.
Guys, thank you very much. Round of applause for the 100 proof, guys.